Haha, that's what she said.
Who is she, Joe? Your mom?
Not gonna lie, Donald, that was smooth.
Record of Ragnarok is not just some anime, Donald. Haven't you watched it?
Holy guys, that's Miguel O'Hara from that new Miles Morales movie. Isn't he a bad guy? See, this is why no one respects you, Donald. How can we respect someone who's never watched Record of Ragnarok?
It single-handedly carried the entire anime community into the mainstream and decided to keep on living just to flex how immortal it is.
Hi guys, I was just about to play Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I watched that new Miles Morales movie and decided to play Spider-Man Web of Shadows. And then someone recommended I play this game. I've never played it before, but apparently it's super fun.
Nice one, Joe. I'll go first. I've actually played this game before. It's really good. Tops to your friend who referred you to this game.
Dibs on going next, Joe.
Come on guys, why do you guys always come over when I'm about to start playing a game? And why did you skip the cutscene, Donald? I literally don't know what happens in this game.
Don't worry, Joe. I played this game before. I'll tell you what happens. In the cutscene that I just skipped, Mysterio is in a museum playing with an ancient artifact that transcends space and time. Spider-Man shows up and starts beating the crap out of Mysterio. Spider-Man then breaks the artifact while giving Mysterio that well-deserved ass-whooping. The game is all about collecting the pieces of that artifact.
Wow, that's an interesting storyline. I'm getting really hyped for the boss fights.
Aren't you always the gaming guru, Barack? How come you never played this game?
Well, Joe, if you must know, I never really got into superhero games. I never considered them actual games, kind of like the difference between a kid's show and a movie.
Barack, that's so sad. I feel bad for you. You're so obsessed with being cool that you can't do things until you get confirmation that other people also think it's cool.
Yeah, Barack, that's just sad. I'm pretty sure the best game I've ever played was a superhero game. You're basically moonwalking further and further away from nice things just because you're afraid of how uncool it looks.
Really, Donald, the best game you've ever played is a superhero game? If that's the case, have 3 words for you, Donald. Call of Duty.
All right, Barack, you make an excellent point. I amend my previous statement. The second best game I've ever played is a superhero game.
I'm not even going to ask what that game is, Donald. You're obviously just pulling things out your butt.
Yeah, Donald, I'm all for a superhero game, but it really is mostly kids playing this stuff. Grown folks like us usually play games like God of War or FIFA 23.
Are you a kid, Joe?
No, I'm not.
Then obviously it's not just kids playing superhero games. Plus, I overheard some of the FBI agents that were raiding my house this one time that they were super hyped about that new Spider-Man game coming out on PlayStation 5. Apparently demand is so high that even the PlayStation website crashed and people couldn't check out during purchase. Some people managed to check out, but they didn't get their confirmation emails. But those ones probably just got scammed by some third-party chameleons and didn't even realize it.
Stop lying, Donald. There's no way to fake the PlayStation website when you're visiting that website with a PlayStation. That's literally impossible.
Yeah, Donald, there's no way you can get scammed by poser websites when you're using a PlayStation.
Shut up, guys. I know what I'm talking about. All I'm going to say is make sure you buy your PlayStations brand new, especially these digital editions. You've been warned.
But how do you know about these things, Donald? Are you sure we can trust you? I'm starting to think your billions might be more than just bankruptcy money.
Not gonna lie, you're starting to freak me out a little bit, Donald.
Why are you freaked out, Joe? You don't even use a PlayStation. You use a PC, which is basically the military base of all scammers. You should be freaked out just by using this thing. You have zero protection against scammers.
I do have protection, Donald. It's called the Secret Service.
Nice one, Joe. You gonna let that slide, Donald?
Shut up, guys. I'm trying to focus.
Haha, that's what she said.
Who is she, Joe? Your mom?
Not gonna lie, Donald, that was smooth. Is it just me, or is this game a little slow? When are we going to start putting hands on people?
There's no need for violence, Barack. Let's just enjoy the swinging and jumping around.
Joe, if you think this game is about swinging and jumping around, you're sadly mistaken. It's not an open world game. It is all about the violence.
How much violence can we expect out of this game, Donald?
All I'm going to say is once the beatings begin, they never stop. Not even once.
That's more like it, Donald. Now that's what I want to hear. Now I'm really hyped for the boss fights.
Oh man, I was hoping it was an open world game and that we would swing around. I mean, what type of Spider-Man game isn't open world?
Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man of the year 20...
Holy guys, that's Miguel O'Hara from that new Miles Morales movie. Isn't he a bad guy? Why are we using him as a good guy?
Yeah, Donald, what's going on right now? Isn't he supposed to be a bad guy?
You guys obviously weren't paying attention in that movie. Miguel isn't a bad guy, he just isn't the good guy in the traditional sense. In fact, if the whole canon event thing is true, that means that it's Miles Morales who is the bad guy, and that kind of checks out to be true when we see Miles at the end of the movie.
No, Donald, you're wrong. Miles has always been the good guy.
Actually, Donald has a point, Joe. Just because Miles has always been the good guy doesn't mean he is the good guy in this instance. Also, everything bad that has happened in that universe is literally his fault. Now he's causing problems in other universes as well. Not only that, but he causes problems in other universes without even trying or being aware of it. Yep, I have to agree with Donald on this one. Miles is definitely the bad guy.
Yeah, Joe, but don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone cares if Miles is destroying entire civilizations across countless dimensions. We only care about how he makes us feel. He makes us feel like he is the good guy, so we all believe he is the good guy.
Yeah, that's literally how movies work. Oh, he ruined many hopes and dreams, and countless people lost their lives. Well, that's not a problem. He's the protagonist, so we forgive him because he makes us feel good.
Yeah, well, say what you want, guys, but he is the good guy. If anyone is the bad guy, it's got to be Gwen.
Agreed.
We can all agree on that. Anyone who isn't loyal to their friends is the bad guy.
Yeah, I've met homeless cats more loyal than her.
Not gonna lie, guys, I would have loved to have her as a daughter-in-law. But then I saw how she did Miles, and I thought to myself, hey, maybe it's good Andrew couldn't save her.
Yeah, you can't associate with someone like that. She's so disloyal, she'd leave everyone behind just for a new watch. Speaking of new movies, have you guys watched that new Fast and Furious movie?
Joe, we all watched it together during our movies night 2 weeks before it hit local theaters. Did you forget already?
Yeah, Joe, I'm surprised you forgot. After the movie, you literally said, guys, this is the best movies night we've ever had. This movie was super fun.
Wow, really? I said that for the Fast and Furious movie? I thought I said that during the Bullet Train movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, you actually say that a lot. You even said that the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans movie was the best movies night we ever had.
Yeah, now that I think about it, you even said that the Oh Brother, Where Art Thou movie starring George Clooney was the best movies night we've ever had.
And the list goes on, Joe.
All right, Donald, that's enough. It's my turn now.
In my defense, all of those aforementioned movies are very good. Anyways, I just wanted to say that after watching Fast 10, the Fast and Furious franchise feels like a long-running billion-dollar budget miniseries with each episode taking up to 3 years to release.
Yeah, Joe, it does kind of feel like that. But imagine having to binge watch all the Fast and Furious movies. That would not be a very healthy experience. I'm pretty sure it would take up your whole weekend.
Yeah, but you can also be smart about it instead of binging everything at once. There are currently 10 Fast and Furious movies out now, which means that you can theoretically watch one Fast and Furious movie per week, starting 10 weeks before the 11th movie hits theaters a few years from now. That's 2.5 months of catching up to the Fast and Furious storyline. That way it's kind of like you are watching a new episode that just came out every week until the 11th episode.
Damn it, Donald, stop trying to be smart all the time. It isn't winning you any extra points.
Yeah, Donald, no one makes smart decisions to watch things. We just watch until we don't feel like watching anymore and go to bed or fall asleep while everything is still playing in the background.
When's the last time you did that, Joe?
I watch new series every weekend. Last weekend, I watched all the new episodes of Record of Ragnarok and all new episodes of Baki Hanma, the Pickle Saga.
Not gonna lie, Joe, I was gonna call you a horrible president for watching shows instead of thinking of ways to help make our country better. But the fact that you were watching these two shows is an indicator that I need to stop underestimating you, Joe. You're a good man, and quite frankly, you deserve to be appreciated a little more.
I actually can't tell whether you're being sarcastic or not, Barack.
I'm being serious, Donald. Did you not just hear him say that he is up to date with the Record of Ragnarok anime?
So what? You mean you complimented him so thoroughly simply because he watched some anime? That's dumb, Barack. I expect more from you. Do better.
Record of Ragnarok is not just some anime, Donald. Haven't you watched it? I can't believe you're being so disrespectful towards it.
No, Joe, I have watched Baki Hanma, but I've never watched Record of Ragnarok. I've seen it sometimes on my recommended section, but that's about it.
See, this is why no one respects you, Donald. How can we respect someone who's never watched Record of Ragnarok?
Yeah, Donald, how can we respect someone who's never watched Record of Ragnarok?
You know what? We're not going to have this conversation with you, Donald. You need to go watch it first. Explaining this to you right now is like explaining quantum physics to a goldfish. It would need to gain higher level intellect first. You're a goldfish right now, Donald. Go watch that show first, and then tell me whether or not my compliment was exaggerated.
Yeah, whatever, guys. I'm going to watch it, but only because I know you're just being dramatic.
Good to hear, Donald, but if you think I'm being dramatic, I have 2 words for you. Sky Eater.
And I have 10 words for you, Donald. 0.000000000 second punch.
All right, guys, that's enough of that. If you want to talk anime, I say the best anime of all time is the Dragon Ball series. It single-handedly carried the entire anime community into the mainstream and decided to keep on living just to flex how immortal it is.
Actually, that's not how we choose the best anime, Donald. We have to first break them down into categories like shonen, seinen, shoujo, the kids stuff, or movies. And then we can choose the best for each category. If we don't do it like that, then movies like Your Name will win hands down, simply because the animations are so painstakingly accurate and the stories are so untouchable that it's a no contest.
Wow, Joe, you're so deep into anime, I'm genuinely surprised you're not antisocial.
Yeah, Joe, you're so into anime, I'm surprised you didn't become president at the age of 16. Or were you just too busy founding the Illuminati when you were 16?
Yeah, Joe, you're supposed to have the record for the United States' youngest president, not the record for the oldest president.
Yeah, Joe, you're supposed to be super smart because apparently anime watchers tend to have higher IQ, but you're kind of dull, falling off bikes and mumbling through sentences.
I get it, Donald. You don't have to mansplain everything, you know.
Wow, Joe, did you really just say mansplaining? That was so out of left field. Why would you say that, Joe?
Haha, you died, Barack. It's my turn.
Damn it, Joe, you're the one who got me killed.
Don't hate the player, Barack. Hate the game.
What game, Joe? If you mean this game, I was the player until you distracted me with that stupidity.
Come on, Barack. It's just a word.
No, Joe, it's not just a word. And we all know that term belongs to those who shall not be named for monetization purposes.
Just take the L, Barack. You were taking way too long to finish this level anyways.
Yeah, Barack, you were stuck here for ages. I basically did us a favor by throwing you off your square so I can take over. You're welcome.
It's my first time playing this game, guys. And I didn't get to see the controls properly because Donald was playing during the tutorial.
I hate to say this, Barack, but your cool factor has dropped significantly with those excuses. You have a lot of cool to make up for when we finish this playthrough.
Huh. I bet you're sweating bullets emotionally because we see you as less cool now.
Guys, I don't know where you got this idea from that I'm trying so hard to be cool, but I'm not trying to be cool. If you think I'm trying to be cool, it's because I am cool and you just perceive it as an attempt rather than who I actually am.
Barack, every time you say the word cool, you are deducting a point from your cool factor.
Guys, I'm not trying to be cool. I'm just being myself. If I'm cool, it's probably the reason I became the first black president. Because everyone loves a cool person who is cool with everyone and doesn't judge until they have a good reason to. So I would suggest everyone be cool with everyone because that's the best way to live.